Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Chipp Builder Series. We're so excited to have Tyler Hansen back with us, the Director of Technology at Plumbing and Heating Wholesale in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And he's here to show us AI in action. How are AI agents actually being used? Tyler, welcome back. Great to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Scott.
Well, I'm so excited to have you walk us through what AI can do in an actual business, not just like a cool demo on Twitter. So would love to have you talk a little bit about kind of your thinking on AI and then show us what you've built.
Absolutely. So I guess I'm kind of somebody who wants to bring AI into the room on anything I can try because I think we're really in an experimental stage with AI, and that's the best way to find those use cases that are going to bring some value. And a particular use case that I have found that is really bringing a lot of value for us right now is actually embedding a chip chat, an AI chatbot into our ERP, which is just how we manage our products for plumbing and heating wholesale.
Cool. Well, show us how it works and how you built it. That'd be great.
Get that pulled up here. Awesome. So this is our ERP. Cloud Suite Distribution is the name of it. It's an Infor product. So literally right in the ERP, you can open this up right in the ERP. And let's say I need to know how to print a manifest for my driver. And yeah, it's going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to do that. And just to show you real quick, we want to go through the whole process, obviously, but I can keep that open, navigate to my menu, follow along here, go to sale, go to entry, go to OEE reports, and there we go. And I can actually get my manifest printed off for my driver. So, I mean, to have this ability to get questions answered immediately is huge value. A lot of times our guys might have a customer standing in front of them and they can't wait for me to call them back. So to have this literally right in our ERP is going to be a huge help.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, we want to see how you built it, but before we do, so it sounds like definitely a time saver. Any other kind of benefits or what you're seeing, this change? I love how it's right where they already work, so they don't have to do anything else different.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of a cool story. The other day I was working with a coworker of mine, just kind of getting him up to speed on the system. And the idea of AI, using AI for a lot of people is obviously a brand new and novel concept. But I got to be there when he had that aha moment. And it was just so cool to see. I mean, just kind of the light bulb went off and he felt so much more confident and comfortable in being able to operate on this new system in March when we go live on it. So I don't know, that was just a cool thing to see. I think it gives employees a lot more comfortability with the system and a lot more confidence. So that's a huge win too.
That's amazing. If you don't mind, show us a little bit. How did you build it? So did you upload training materials or how did you kind of approach creating this?
So yeah, it's a mix of knowledge sources. I'm pulling some URLs from Infor's available documentation online. And then I'm also kind of through a process of fine tuning. I have some text files in here. So like this TWL chatbot example, and I'm constantly looking at the chat logs. So the questions that people are asking and then the answers that they're getting. And I'm using that text file to fine tune and get the answers that we need. So
amazing. So show us the kind of the chat log, just how you do that. You're looking at what people say basically, and then go back and add those in.
Yeah, exactly. So just going over the chat log here and looking at the question asked and then the answer given and making sure that aligns with our business processes and is an accurate answer.
And then a lot of people always ask, how do you add it to something like Infor? So you had to obviously embed it. So tell us a little bit how you figure that out technically.
Yeah. So honestly, with Cloud Suite, it was a very easy process. They have the ability to embed basically baked into the software. So I was able to provide the URL to Infor, and that's what it uses to embed it in there. So honestly, it was a very simple process.
So cool. Nice. Anything else you want to share? And are you even cooking up another one? So you can show us that as well if you'd like.
Yeah. So I got that up here. Let me hop over and remember to share list tab. There we go. All right. So the name right now, not super original, PHW GPT, Plumbing and Heating Wholesale GPT. But the idea behind this, and again, this is kind of still in the works, so there's still some bugs to work out. But the idea about this is especially in the plumbing and heating industry, there is so much knowledge and so many different websites to go to and just different things to know. It can be kind of overwhelming for new guys or even experienced guys to get the answers to our customers that they need. So I'm just going to do an example here. So what I just asked there is, what is the vent diameter of it's a unit heater from Resner? This is a question that you would get asked very often if you were a counter salesman or something like that. And literally in seconds, I get the correct answer. I checked that before. It is a 4-inch vent diameter. So to have that knowledge that quickly is honestly a game changer for not only our customers, but for our staff to make their job a little easier, more enjoyable, and a little more fulfilling too. So
it really gets them closer to the sale or faster to the sale or to the information because they can just answer it immediately.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, the world we live in, customers want answers as quickly as possible. So you have to step up and think about how you're going to do that.
And how do you think about a tool like this integrating it into the workflow of your employees? So like you said, some people aren't used to using AI. Maybe you put this somewhere that's more comfortable, or how do you kind of think about implementation?
Yeah. So honestly, my idea with it is to actually embed it inside the Infor sales helper or the chatbot that I was showing you that lives in the ERP.
Yeah.
So my idea with that is to basically combine the two together and make the PHW GPT an API call. So when somebody is asking that type of question within that Infor helper, it makes the call to this chatbot to get that answer.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. You almost have like a concierge AI agent, and then that's pulling answers from your other kind of knowledge sources.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, tell us, kind of wrapping up, you spent a lot of time thinking about AI. How are you kind of seeing it change, the plumbing heating space? Is it just starting, or are people starting to show interest? What's kind of the trend right now?
I really think it's just starting. And I think one of the biggest challenges is going to be the adoption piece, just to get people to use it and be comfortable with it. And that's where I think these little projects like this, especially if you can embed it in your existing software, it's such a great opportunity to work on that adoption. I don't know. I look at those chat logs all the time to see how people are asking questions and all things like that, and then use that to provide further training. So that's really where I see us right now as an industry, is just working on adoption.
That's amazing. Well, Tyler Hansen, head of technology, definitely check out Plumbing and Heating Warehouse, and so fun to see what you do. I would recommend also following Tyler on LinkedIn, because you just share a lot of interest in AI thoughts. So I don't know if you're trying to be an AI influencer, but to me, you are. You're influencing how we build our product with your cool use cases. So appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Scott.